I have started the stream.
How do I watch you? What's your channel name?
My channel name
Just link it in Discord.
is ColdShear.
Link it in Discord.
It's literally just search up ColdShear. Cold and shear are cap. The first letter in cold and shear are both capitalized. Yeah, I'm streaming.
Alright, I found it. It's loading stream. Hello?
Hello.
Wait, hello?
Hello.
Nope, stop fighting. Why can't I hear myself?
Because I don't have it picking up audio.
Hello?
I don't have it picking up audio from...
Oh, there we go. There we go. Alright, now I'm hearing myself. Alright, I hear myself.
So, campaigns. New campaign. Out of the vortex.
We must preserve.
It's really behind.
Yeah, it's like 20 seconds.
Oh, you just said campaigns.
Okay. So, this is the first faction. The High Elves.
Hey, babe.
Is there a way I can get so it doesn't detect you?
Oh, no, yeah, I'll go do that right now.
Can you even hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I'm doing multiple things at once. Alright, Rylan.
Yes.
Yeah, I gotta do something with TJ real quick. Oh my god, stop, I don't care. Stop doing things on my computer. Alright, there we go. Get some?
Great taste, only 96 calories. Now that's a combo. What is going on, fellow outlaws? Outlaw Gary here. As you guys know, lately we've been doing some Red Dead Online as the president of Blackwater. Some people don't like that, but I loaded into this lobby, and on the outskirts of Blackwater, there are some serious griefers. Alex Smoker and ZZ Wonder have been killing this dude, Fiasco, for the last, like, 2 minutes I've been here, just over and over and over, and we're gonna talk to them and see what they're doing. Like, we gotta figure these people out. And, of course, as the president of Blackwater, will be summoning the army to help us. And, without further ado, let's get into it. Hey, guys, hey, how you guys doing? ZZ1 resident of Blackwater, and I've gotten multiple reports. There's some grieving happening over here.
Well, this guy's a YouTuber. Yo, what's up, Garrett?
What's going on over here, guys? I have multiple reports of there's some serious grieving
Yeah,
happening.
bring your 20-man punch in. I wanna try to multiple reports. I'll have a go at it. But hey, bro, all I want to say is they shot first, so they
Well, you know, I was over there across the bridge. I was looking on over, and it.
yeah, and I'm a YouTube guy, so I'm like totally cool and whatever, dude. Yeah. Try and shut up, bro.
Okay, this whole time, I thought that this Fiasco guy was getting bullied by YouTube, but it sounds like Fiasco is the bully to you guys.
No. He's talking smack when he did it. I was with my crew, and I went AFK.
So Tyler, you back yet?
I want to hear your side of things. You know, we're going to get to the bottom of this, all right? You know what? These lobbies could be friendly, all right? Fiasco, let's see. What's going on, bud? I'm right here. What's going on, Fiasco? Tell me all about it.
Well, that's how you come up with some of you safety.
What?
These guys, we're doing our, they came in, we said, well, alright, we're going to look after this town. So these guys came in. So it's like, yeah, look, fair enough. It's free for all. But,
Wait, what are
every
you
town
talking
going to go
about?
AFK for 1 second, and this guy...
Wait, who's talking? I'm not talking.
I'm trying to call TJ, and he has this as his hold. Ow.
Hello?
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 Not you, Rylan. TJ.
I think now that you guys have all settled down, clearly the guys 124, 201, 146, 102, 71. Hold
Hey, Wonder, hit 200.
I give up on this. Alright, you know what? TJ is bullying me, so you know. We're just gonna get back to it. Ryan, keep going.
Okay. So, this is the first leader of the High Elves.
The Tyran?
High Elves.
Okay.
So, as you can see on the left side, race attributes. This is specific to the High Elves.
I can't see them. Really.
What do you mean?
I can only see 2 of them.
What do you... Hold on. Let me check my OBS. Let me okay. Did that work? Tell me if that changes anything.
Let's see. Stream. Oh, what are you? Oh. Okay, there we go.
Okay. So race attributes.
Okay, wait, just be someone. Who would you normally be? Because we don't have a lot of time.
Either the Dark Elves
Only
or the Skaven.
Sweat musk of bravery.
Okay, I just want to see what the battle is like.
Okay, let's do Skaven.
Controls warlord.
I mean,
Is there like no delay, by the way?
Under the
there's still a really big delay.
Oh, I need to restart the stream for it to change.
watching.
It's fine.
When they emerge, it is a nightmare vision. The Skaven, a ravenous horde of verminous ratmen.
Whoa. Okay.
They gnaw at the roots of the world like an infected wound. They mean to rule over ruins, for such is the will of their god, the great horned rat. Only the island home of the High Elves has remained unscathed. And at its center is the Great Vortex. a swirling maelstrom that siphons chaos from the world. The Skaven covered its vast power with envious, beady red eyes. The twin-tailed comet is oft seen as an omen, but this time its wake has disturbed the winds of magic. In the secret halls of the Under-Empire, the Council of 13 has gathered. A time to scheme of opportunity.
I kill dwarf things in Pillar City. No, no! Clan wars go to Southlands. Hunt for Warpstone. Moors are puppet minion. Pestilence infest Lastria. Yes, yes. But all Warpstone for council plan. Come, scribe slave. Work to do. Comet makes elf things weak. Council wants power of the vortex. Just as prophecy demands. So it's true. You read markings on a black pillar. Then you know we must find the Screaming One. Find out how to control the vortex. Oh yes, but a large tribute of Warpstone will that demon require if we summon him. Return to your assigned clan. Harvest Warpstone. Yes, most precipitous of masters. And flay yourself, your impertinence.
Bye, DJ.
It will be done, your worship.
Ow!
So,
Ow.
Squirt musk of fear vermin, for the head taker comes before you. Must spread our own terror.
go.
Stream's back.
Yep. Alright. So is anything happening right now?
Nope. Stream's back.
Yep. Alright. So is anything
All I
happening right
see
now?
is a guy. Nope.
Is anything moving?
Yes.
So stuff's moving.
Scum away.
Is anything moving?
Yes.
So stuff's Okay. moving.
Like something.
Okay, so this is my army right here.
What?
Okay. See him right here?
I don't.
Okay, so this is my
The big
army
guy?
right here. Okay. See him right here?
Oh, okay.
This is my army. Okay, so this is
The
my
big
army.
guy? Wait, where's the base building? What's the base
Him
building?
right here? This is my army.
Painkillers too strong.
Wait, where's the base building?
Hold on. This is my army. Hold on.
Man, it's really laggy.
Maybe it's because I turned the stream delay down.
The delay is insane. It's really laggy.
Maybe just because I turned the stream delay down.
It's like watching the Discord. What is it saying?
Okay, here. Settings.
Should I just watch a thing on it?
What?
Should I just watch something about
Settings.
it? Like watch a thing on it?
What?
Should I just watch something about it?
Why is it so... Here, let me stop the stream.
You know what? It's fine. It doesn't matter. Like,
So, you can see how I have the building pulled up. At the bottom left. At the bottom of the screen.
yeah.
So, I'm going to leave it.
You know what? It's fine. It doesn't matter. Like,
So, you can see how I have the building pulled up. At the bottom left. At the bottom of the screen. So, and then we can build a layer, which is basically the headquarters.
Oh, I get the base building.
Yeah.
Like upgrades.
Yep. And then once you upgrade your main HQ, it'll unlock a new slot where you can build stuff. So, let's show off a basketball. We can build a layer, which is basically the headquarters.
Time for things to die.
Yeah. Yep. And then once you upgrade your main HQ, it'll unlock a new slot where you can build stuff. So, let's show off a basketball.
Ow!
And then once you upgrade your main HQ, it'll unlock a new slot where you can build stuff. So, let's show off a basketball.
Ow!
So tell me once it's into the actual field of battle. Tell me once it's into the actual field of battle. Okay, so Tyler, you see this?
Yeah.
And this is my army. This is the starting army.
Enemy things!
Okay, so Tyler, you see this? And this is my army. This is the starting army. So what I'm gonna do, since I managed to ambush the enemy, they don't know I'm here. So I get to like surround them and plan the battle from there. So what I'm gonna do, since I managed to ambush the enemy, they don't know I'm here. So I get to like surround them and plan the battle
Oh
from
my
there.
gosh.
Okay. So do you see my plan here?
No, not really, but sure, go ahead.
So I have the main force that I set up with my hero in it. They're going to be the distraction, because they're not in any cover. The enemy's going to see them right away, and they're going to try and meet us in battle. So do you see my plan here? And then, when they turn to face my main army, they're going to leave their backside unexposed, where I'll send in the flank force. They're going to be the distraction. Because they're not in any cover. The enemy's going to see them right away.
Upgrading your base gives you better units.
Yes, and more money, more public order, a whole bunch of stuff. And then, when they turn to face my main army, they're going to leave their backside unexposed, where I'll send in the flank force. Yeah. Yes, and more money, more public order, a whole bunch of stuff. So, I'm going to start the battle. They're going to start marching in. Yeah. I'm going to get my backup group ready. They're going to start marching in. And I'm going to start sending in my... So the flank force is going to move in with my rat ogres. This is going to screw up their day. So the flank force is going to move in with my rat ogres. And then I summon in a group of warriors into the backside of these spearmen. So those archers that got attacked by my rat ogres, they're running away. They're broken. They're routing. Because I completely shattered their morale with that rat ogre charge. And then I summon in a group of warriors into the backside of these spearmen. So those archers that got attacked by my rat ogres, they're running away. They're broken. They're routing. Because I completely shattered them with that rat ogre. And then there's my hero in the thick of it. So then I'm going to use my special ability as the Skaven, where I can summon a unit of pretty bad units, but they're going to be able to, you know, do some damage. No, one of my units routed. So this gray bar underneath units' health bars. That's how close they are. That's how close they are to routing. Pretty bad units, but they're going to be able to. If a unit routes, they're basically going to run away from the battle. And there's lots of things you can do to improve that. Like if your hero's nearby, it'll stop them from routing. Stuff like that. That's how close they are. That's how close they are to routing. They only have their hero left, and he's stuck in the middle of the blob. If a unit routes, they're basically so he's basically getting curb stomped. There he is. There's lots of things you can do to improve that. Like if your hero's nearby,
They're still alive to kill them.
They only have his hero left, and yeah, he's completely stuck, and then we're gonna summon in more unit. So he's basically getting curb stomped. There he is.
Wait, end the battle. Did you win already?
Yeah, I won. They're all fleeing for the hills.
So wait, why are you still battling?
To try and wipe out as many of them as I can. Okay. Decisive victory. Yeah, there's vehicles. The Skaven get crazy crap. So then you can see how many kills your units got. To try and wipe out as many of them as I can. You're very quiet. Okay. Decisive victory.
What?
Yeah, there's vehicles. The Skaven get crazy crap. So then you can see how many kills your units got. And then after, once it goes through all the way, you get options to do with the survivors.
The stream died.
It died? Really?
Yeah.
It can't
I'm not gonna. Wait, what? Look at your stream. Look at your stream. There's 2 people.
Hmm?
Look at the stream. I didn't realize that had people. Look at your how many likes it has.
Oh, someone disliked.
I disliked one as a joke. I'll like it, but someone actually disliked.
After, once it goes
Why
through
would
all the way,
someone actually dislike?
ouch, you get options to do with the survivors.
I was just saying things in chat and I didn't realize there's someone there. Oh wait, Brownie liked.
It died?
Brownie liked.
It
I'm
can't
not gonna. Wait, what?
Yay!
Dislike.
After,
Why would someone actually dislike?
ouch, you get options.
Release slaves, pull back.
I was just saying things in chat and I didn't realize there's someone there. Person. You should.
So Tyler, can you see what's happening right now?
Oh wait, Brownie liked.
No.
Brownie liked. Gotta have those notifications on.
So, anyway, I can either sell off the survivors and enslave them,
Yes, slaves work and die.
or I can just eat them.
Sacrifice to the 13.
I'm gonna enslave them. Can you see what's happening right now?
Yes, enemy stronger. I say, move.
I'm not gonna do that.
So then, as your hero fights in battles,
Yeah.
they can level up. Anyway,
Superior.
I can either sell off the survivors and enslave them, or I can just eat them. I'm gonna enslave them. So then, as your hero fights in battles, they can level up. I can either sell off the survivors. So here I could get one of 3 starting perks. I'm going to get Route Marcher, which allows me to move my person further on this map.
10 votes for the Queen's victory.
So then I can continue hunting down the survivors of the battle, which I'm going to do. Now when you can see the balance of power as this yellow and red bar, yellow is how close is how much strength you have compared to the enemy, red is how much they have compared to you. So when it's this unbalanced, you can just auto-resolve the battle.
Quick fight it all.
So then I can continue hunting down the survivors of the battle,
And victorious. That's to win.
which I'm going to do.
Keep graceless scum away.
Now when you can see the balance of power as this yellow and red bar, yellow is how close is how much strength you have compared to the enemy, red is how much they have compared to you. So when it's this unbalanced, you can just auto-resolve the battle. So now my hero can't move anymore, because we've used up all of our movement range.
Victory.
So
Honest rat, notice me.
we can end the turn. And up here you can see all of the other factions taking their turn. So now my heroes can't move anymore because we've used up all of our movement range. So we can end the turn. And up here you can see all of the other factions.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the beginning of each turn, you regain movement range, and then you can recruit units. I only have access to 2 types, Skaven Slaves and Clan Rats. Skaven Slaves are just a worse version of Clan Rat, except they have the perk Expendable, which basically means if they run away, it won't affect anyone else. Because if a unit runs away, it tends to kind of snowball.
Wait, Matt, what's the map like?
Yeah.
And then at the end of the beginning of each turn, you regain movement range, and then you can recruit units. I only have access to 2 types, Skaven Slaves and Clan Rats.
Matt, what's the map
Skaven
like?
Slaves are just... Hold on. Hello. Do you see how I'm zoomed out?
Yeah.
That's the map.
Wait, that entire thing?
This big chunk from here, then to here, then to here,
That portal?
up to here. Yep, that's the high... This is where most of the... I think all of the high elves start.
That's the portal?
At this thing.
Wait, so... Hold on. Looking at the map. Wait, you have all that land on there?
I have this tiny little fraction. Like, I have this one settlement right here, because it's the start of the game.
Wait, so how long do games last?
They can last a while. But this is campaign, of course.
What's like the longest it's lasted?
Well, I have never actually beaten a campaign before. Mostly because I'm still pretty new to this, and I was getting
How do you expand to new islands?
Yeah, I can expand to these islands.
How do you expand to them?
I'll show you, actually. So, I'm getting reinforcements for this army, so just some more cheap units to throw away. And I don't really have anything else to do.
Wait, so do you have any friends?
Skaven don't really do friends. But you can make alliances with someone. So I'll pull up the Diplomacy tab.
Relations with foreign powers may...
So tell me when the Diplomacy tab's been pulled up. Hmm?
Oh wait, oh it does.
So, do I have the Diplomacy tab pulled up yet?
Nope,
How behind is it?
it's really behind. Alright, now you have it.
So, you can make contact with all of the different factions. There's 2 Skaven factions nearby me. Beastmen. They just kind of wander around killing everything. High Elves, who I've been fighting. And Lizardmen in the north. So let's just use Clan Mordkin as an example. We can initiate diplomacy with them, and then add an offer. So we can just do a non-aggression pact per se. And then propose. They accepted. Now we're not going to attack each other. So, they own these 3 settlements right here. They own this province. And, yeah. They own the province here. So I set a non-aggression pact. They won't attack me, I won't attack them. This is improving my relationship with them, which will allow me to get better and better alliances with them. If you get good enough with them, you can get a confederation where they'll merge a few. You can also just make them break an alliance with someone, pay them to try and persuade them to join you, join a war, have them join you in a war. So I'm going to entertain. So I'm going to attack Dawn's Light. It's a port city. You can once you're there, you can either encircle it. So you'll basically just surround them, and then they have a certain amount of supplies. So if I decide to encircle them, in 6 turns of their garrison, the troops defending the city would start to die. And in 11 turns, they would just surrender to me. However, I'm going to fight the battle.
What's the goal?
Okay, I'll show you after I finish this battle I'm just getting into. So I have my forces. I'm going to set my rat ogres up in this tree line. If I can find a sweet spot. Okay, I can't find a sweet spot where they'll actually be hidden. So I'm going to set them over on that flank. I have my hero here. He has this aura around him. See that blue ring? That's increasing the gray bar of these units. So, as long as he's near them, they won't try and run. Or at least it'll be a lot harder to make them. These are warp fire throwers. They're basically flamethrowers. And they can do a crap ton of damage, except they're pretty just short range and fragile. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to group these units up, start the battle, and immediately try to attack them. Then I'm going to send my rat ogres to hide in these trees over here. They're going to be seen, but I'm going to send them right at these enemy archers. So my rat ogres are the closest thing this game can really get to cavalry. This is the closest we get to horses in the mechanic sense. Because otherwise, because they're quick enough to keep up with the most other cavalry, and they can also they get the massive charge bonus. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send some units into their archers to stop them from engaging me at such a range. While they're distracted with that, I'm going to send my rat ogres at their archers. And then the first shot goes in from those dudes. The rat ogres are charging the archers who are trying to get away, but they're not going to get away. As you can see, a charge like that is devastating to them. I'm going to summon in some more dudes to get in behind them, surround them. So when a unit is surrounded, they suffer a reduce, like if they're attacked from the rear, they get reduced to their leadership, so they have a better chance of running away from a fight. So I forced. So this flag means that they're routing. That means they're running away. So I'm gonna turn and I'm gonna try and wipe out the last remaining faction. Or group of them anyway. These last spearmen. And as you can see, they are pretty much completely screwed. Just from numbers alone. My hero's going in. And they're breaking. They have enemies broken. And I'm just going to end the battle. Because it's a garrison force, they can't run. They're all going to die.
Thanks to me.
So I lost 27 units, they lost 406, and I still have over 1,000 remaining. I'm going to loot and occupy. This is going to have a bunch of downsides.
Stream guide. Stream guide. I get the gist of the game though.
Yeah. I was going to explain to you what you're trying to do.
Oh, it's back.
Okay. Where is it?
It's literally.
Are we back on the campaign map, or?
Yeah.
So you see this bar up at the top?
No, I don't see a bar.
Hmm?
I don't see a bar yet.
Once I'm on the campaign map, there will be a...
Alright, I see it.
So, this thing right here. This is... You're trying to get to this end.
I don't know where you're pointing at.
I'm have my mouse hovering over it. Wait for it. So, this is warpstone. I'm trying to gather enough of it for each ritual.
Okay.
And if I can complete the final ritual, there will be a final battle, and if I win that final battle, I win the campaign. However, the other major factions are also trying to do this at the same time.
So it's a race?
Yes. And in order to get this resource, some buildings naturally produce it. You can get it from quests. Like right
I feel
here.
like this game would take days.
It could. And, like, there's a settlement right here that has a special thing I could build there that'll give me a lot of this. And each faction does their own special thing. Like, the people I'm playing as, Skaven, to everyone else, their settlements look like ruins. So they go in thinking, okay, let's search the place, maybe colonize it, and instead they get ambushed. And they had no idea because it looked like a bunch of ruins. So I'm going to end my turn again. So that's a fleet moving away from me. Because they were going to reinforce the settlement I just captured. But they realized they couldn't take it by themselves, so they pulled back to their outpost on that island to try and regroup, get stronger. Okay, so my main capital has finished upgrading its HQ. This will allow me to build something else. One of these slots. All of this is later game stuff.
I feel like once you see the whole map, then it's gonna be like the ending return's gonna take forever.
No, because you'll be getting a ton of, because there's not just one of these. There's everywhere. Like, there's some up here.
Wait, are you ever gonna go to like the one on the left? The place on the left.
The island or the other continent?
The other continent.
Oh yeah, you can head over there. And then start
Are
fighting.
you going to go? Would you ever go over there?
Probably.
Can
Because,
you kill people and take them out of the game?
yeah, you can wipe them out. And then they're out of the ritual. So, in my settlement, I'm going to build... There's infrastructure. Sometimes they can, like, income from all buildings goes up. Growth, which is how you upgrade your place. And unit replenishment. But I'm going to upgrade with a hidden layer. So, do you see my person right here?
Stop, 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 stop. Stop touching me! Yeah.
So, from here I can march out into the ocean. From this port, it gives me a very good location, and then in a boat. We're gonna sail on over to this little wreck over here. I'm going to wait, because I know these are dangerous. So then we can start sailing back home. We could go to full speed, change our stance, and that allows us to move faster. There's downsides to that. And then end turn again, because there's nothing to do.
Hello? March again. No, we wouldn't be happy. Dinner. Clovers?
Yeah, I feel mildly attacked by you.
I think her dad was bringing candy clovers.
Sail back.
Wait, are you still at work?
Sometimes I don't like you.
Wait, you're gonna be out there till 7?
I feel ignored.
What time will you be home, would you say? Okay. And I'm back.
Okay. So, I'm going to explain to you stances. Each army can change its stance. The default one for Skaven is called stalking. It's the normal moving stance, except you have a chance of ambushing an enemy, which is where I surrounded them in that earlier battle. You can do an ambush, you stop moving, and nobody can see you, but if they go in this red circle around you, it'll be an ambush, and they won't, like, yeah. You can raid, which if you go to an enemy province, you can, like, raid an enemy province, and then it'll slowly weaken them over time, and while you're stealing money and stuff from them. You can encamp. You turn off movement. It'll basically allow you to recruit units in enemy territory. And it makes you immune to attrition, where basically, if your units are caught in bad areas, like swamps, like swamplands and stuff, they'll start to take damage over time. And if you encamp, they become immune to that. And then the Skaven get the special one called Use the Underway. You basically go underground, so you can, like, pass under this mountain. You can't... There's also just March, where you get to move farther, but you can't recruit people. If you get attacked, your units will all be tired when you go in. If you get attacked and you lose, everyone in the army will die. And also, you can't start a fight. So, I'm also going to recruit another lord, just because this is kind of showing off what can happen. I'm going to go with this person. And I'm going to send my main legendary lord. Okay, Tyler. I'm betting you want to see a really big scale battle, right? Tyler?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going... screw this. I'm just going to exit the main menu. I'm going to just do a custom battle, because there's multiplayer too, but we'll go up against... Let's go up against... shit... the Empire. The humans. So here, I have a bunch of stuff to pick from. So here you can pick different heroes to bring into your battle. I'm going to bring Lord Skrulk because he's a magic
Why does the CPU have so much? Why does the CPU have so much?
These are the different, like... So these are just like the dark... These two are the same. The Dark Elves and the Cult of Pleasure. It's just that they're kind of like... Actually, these three are the same faction. They're just,
I know, but why does the CPU have so much stuff?
because I also managed to get the first game because it was on sale.
No, but why don't you have as much stuff?
I can. But I like the Skaven. So I can also bring a hero. But I'm not going to, most likely. Maybe so I need some cheap units to throw at the enemy, so I'm going to bring some clan rats. Maybe some slaves. I need some good units. So 2 units is Stormbringer with shields and 2 with halberds. So 3 Plague Monk Sensor Bearers. You can get ranged units. So I'm gonna get 3. I'm gonna get those, a warp fire thrower, a whole bunch of different crap. And then for monsters, I'm gonna bring a hell pit abomination, and then one of each of the different artillery. I'm just kind of trying to show off, you know. So, then on my dude, I can give him different abilities, spells, and items. So, now that this is finished, I can make this have more people. I'm just going to have it a 1v1. I don't even know if this is a good army cop or not. I'm just throwing stuff on so it looks cool. So, we're into the battle. So you can see the Hell Pit Abomination. You see it, Tyler?
What? It's screaming really good. Just let it in.
Okay. So, Tyler, you see it?
Yeah.
Disturbing, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what the Skaven are capable of. So this is a doom wheel I'm hovering over now. It's basically a giant hamster wheel that shoots lightning. Let's just...
He's escaping in total war, of war.
This is a warp lightning cannon. That thing just like pew-pews. It's good against big, strong units. These are Plague Clock catapults. Skaven have really good artillery. So, we'll use that to whittle them down as they approach. Plague Monk sensor bearers, they go and they hit like trucks. Not very durable. Then we have our hero here, Lord Skulk. He can use magic and he is really good at it. Then we just have some Skaven slaves. These dudes, we throw them at the enemy to absorb artillery fire and archers. We don't care if they run away, just as long as they're taking hits off the good units. Then we have Stormvermin. These dudes are actually good. And then there's some... Those have halberds. There's some that have swords and shields. We have we have warp fire throwers, the flamethrowers. Poison wind globadiers. They throw like balls of gas, which are good against big, heavy units. And we have death glue bombardiers. They're good against infantry. So, I'm going to start. Oh, wait. Let me show you what the enemy has. So they have just some great swords. Just some normal people tanks. Halberdiers. They have a steam tank. Demigriff knights. Handgunners. More great swords. They have Hellstorm rocket batteries. These things will like decimate. Another steam tank. More great swords. Handgunners. AK, not a fun time. We've got 3 things of Hailstorm rocket batteries. So I'm gonna go at normal speed. I'm going to... Let's group all the units. Let's send them in. Ooh! That sucks. Okay, so I need to get some damage off on the enemy. So let's use a spell. There's the Doom Wheel, it's carving through people.
John, you're wrecking. You're getting wrecked.
Yeah, I am. This isn't a terrible army composition, but... I just kind of wanted to show off what a large-scale battle can look like. Especially when you get magic users into the mix. There's the Helped Abomination fighting a steam tank. Okay, so I'm losing this battle hardcore. We've got... Yeah, this battle is lost. So when your units run, they can rally, which basically means they'll rejoin the fight. Now the Help of Abomination surrounded by Halberdiers who are anti-large. So they're pretty...
You've lost.
Yeah, I have lost this.
That wasn't even really a fight.
No. Like, if I had actually had... It was a close defeat.
No, it wasn't.
I managed to take out... Yeah. To be fair... Only 800 losses is good for Skaven.
You only had like 900 in the beginning.
I had over 1,000. Like 1,500. So yeah, and then there's a bunch of crazy factions like the
Yep, you lost.
the Lizardmen. The Lizardmen get straight up dinosaurs.
Rylan, they almost outnumbered you as a Skaven.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that was cool.
I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you some.
I gotta go do some stuff.
All right. How? Do you think I should get on Xbox or?
I don't even care, man. It's up to you. Tyler's not called me yet. I'll probably get on Xbox and play Skyrim. Because, yeah, life. But I'm not gonna do that for a while.
Hold on, I want to just show off dinosaurs.
I already closed the stream.
Aw. Because they just get straight up dinosaurs.
don't want to play Division, Ryan.
Neither do I, really.
I just want to play Skyrim.
I want to play Total War. Alright, I'm just gonna end the stream.